Welcome to Bitstorm, a comedy game design podcast by two guys who know nothing about comedy nor game design. I'm Travis Scott, and with me, as always, is Ben Slinger.
Hello.
How are we, Ben? It's been a while.
Good, yeah, we haven't recorded in a bit.
Yeah,
Back on the wagon.
Suppose we're just going to go into some regular old click pitch today.
I think the tried and true classics. Do you want to explain to our listening audience?
I can explain to the listening audience. So what we each have is a random word generator, and on the count of 3, 2, 1, click, we're going to click it. We're going to get to 1 or 2 words, depending on how I've set up the system for today. I think it's 1 today, just to go back to classic click pitch.
Very classic.
That's a bit of fun. So we're just going to take a word, we'll throw them at each other, and make a game design, and then we'll get started.
When it doesn't work, we'll throw it away.
Yeah. I suppose we'll just go 3, 2, 1, click.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the word fresh.
Ooh, snare.
Very topical from me. It's voting.
Oh, who's... Wait.
Hang on.
Alex?
What the fuck? Oh, Alex Krause.
Alex Krause has bombed our Discord call here.
Yeah, I thought it'd be cool. Just to kind of show up.
Just to show up after we sent you to Antarctica the last time that you were on.
But I weaseled my way back into the studio.
Yeah, we did tell you that you were going to be the third co-host.
Yeah.
And then immediately regretted it. But, I guess you can join us now.
Today.
Yeah, I guess I could.
Well, we'll give you another go. Ben, I thought you were supposed to change the password.
I think he hacked your... I think he must have hacked your word generator bot.
It's always the worst when you come on a podcast and the hosts start whispering to each other, and it's like, I can't hear you. You're whispering. Yeah. So I have to sit here in silence.
Trevor, stage whisper.
Stage whisper. Okay, so I have the word fresh.
Snare.
Voting.
And voting. Okay, so...
Oh, God, don't remind me. Okay.
I've got the game already.
Oh, okay.
Not to
go ahead, co-host
take
Alex.
over or anything. But look, we got fresh, we got snare, we got voting. Clearly, this is a dating app for voting.
Oh, right, snare. So like snare yourself a partner.
Yeah. That's definitely what I was thinking.
With horrible policies? Is that what you...
Well, I'm thinking like fresh, like the thermometer that they have on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yes.
So it comes up with your candidate, and you're like, do I like, you read the little
swipe
blurb.
Left, swipe right.
Yeah. Where they like, I care about the environment, and then it's a link to their Instagram. And then you either, you do one way or the other. I think this is good. I think I'm happy to lock it in, Eddie.
Check out my link tree.
I can actually see this as kind of a game.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing games.
What we do.
We're doing games. I'm pitching apps.
You're pitching to the Australian government how we should do the next election.
Voting for the election that has just passed.
Everyone download
on the weekend.
Everyone download the app.
And we can go back in time to say the Thursday before the election, and this will be relevant.
Oh, is this one of those we recorded before? I thought we were going to release this tonight, baby.
No. But no, I kind of like that idea about snaring voters, or whether you're snaring the candidate.
Well,
and you get to...
It sounds like this is a dating game, like one of the sort of, Japanese style. Are they still Japanese style? There's been so many Western ones now.
Japan has voting.
Yeah, Japanese style. But what's their electoral system like?
I don't know, but I know in Persona they vilify people for being Tories, but I'm pretty sure that's a UK thing, so I think it was a translation error.
Right. Yeah. Well, maybe we'll just have to translate back to Australian.
Yeah. How many pitches do we get on each one? I haven't been here for a while. Do I get to, do some more?
You can do another pitch if you want.
You've got something better. It has to be better.
It has to be better.
Supersede.
If it's not, then you get a mark.
Does it beat it?
It does D&D rules, so yeah, I think
okay.
if you hit the armor class, then you're fine.
I'm building it up now. Very exciting idea. I can't believe you're letting me talk way too much on your show.
just let him do it, and maybe he'll go away.
That's what I'm thinking.
Snaring,
that's what I was thinking.
Voting. It's a tower defense game for politicians.
So you attract them with marginal seats.
Honey, marginal seats.
And honey. We know that.
And
You know,
honey.
from Scott Morrison's...
Voters are like flies to honey. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what else are you putting down there? Are you...
So you're dropping down your people handing out how to vote cards as like do they repel the politicians?
Okay, fine. I get it. I can hear the tone. This isn't as good as the dating one. I can hear it immediately. That's fine. That's fine. We can just accept that, okay?
And we could combine the two. You go from, like, once you've damaged the politicians enough with your towers, then you can snare them and go on a date with them. And that's when you get into, like, the conversation. You hear about their policies, their values. They try to tackle you. If it's going well.
Is this coming out tonight? Because it's very relevant if this is coming out tonight. But if it's going to be a few weeks, people aren't going to remember that. People aren't going to remember that.
It'll still be relevant. It's
in the zeitgeist.
It's coming out 2 days after our amazing victory. Let me do the other one. Our horrible defeat. Trevor, edit that to the right, just depending on the outcome.
I'll just sleep.
Wait, you should do a third. You should be like, our civil war.
The alien invasion.
What a good time. Do you guys have any ideas, or is this all just me?
3 to 1 clicks. That's mine.
Yeah, we'll just move on. That one, the well has been poisoned.
Profound.
Ooh. Veining. It was kind of like an action.
Storing.
Profound storing and veining. Well, maybe veining is like a vein of some sort of ore or mineral.
So it's maybe a profound discovery of a rare mineral that you're now trying to like store and hoard.
Yeah, or maybe it's profound. If we can take profound to really mean like life changing, like
oh god, guys, I got it. It's come to me. Yeah. It's come to me.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
It's come to
epiphany.
Me. Veining, ores, storing of the ores, profound. That one doesn't have any other thing. It's just profound. People love cookie clicker. Hear me out. Stop shaking your heads. People love cookie clicker. But we all accept it. We all know that if you're playing cookie clicker and somebody walks in on you, you quickly swap the screen to something else because it's seen as a lesser game.
Then you switch it to another game.
You switch to another game.
Like when your boss walks in.
Yeah, your boss walks in, you're like, StarCraft.
I was playing a good game instead of working, not an idle clicker.
This is exactly it. I want to make a clicker for intellectuals.
Okay. This is where the profundity comes in.
Yeah, like a clicker that's for the real smarties out there.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we make it more intelligent? Is it that you're
farming crypto?
Oh god.
It would it would definitely use less computing power and have less environmental impact if we could just convince all the crypto miners that they actually just had to click on a big dollar sign.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Now that is a game.
Proof of work.
Lock it in.
Oh my god.
Do you think you're a game show, Alex?
Do we see it on the board? I mean, you could also do it as like a No, you know what? I was going to pitch a second thing, but I'm happy to lock it in. Yeah, I don't need a re-pitch.
This isn't quick re-pitch.
I felt what happened last time. I went for a second thing, and I felt like I was reaching.
You didn't hit the armor class. You didn't even hit the touch AC.
No, I'm a one and done kind of guy. So now you guys do your thing, and we choose.
Yeah. The audience votes. We've got SMS numbers.
Okay, great.
SMS to 0500 horny. That's 0500 horny for if you like the cryptocurrency.
And then what was that? I feel like I had something, and then
We chose those numbers because it's spelled money. But they're the only ones. That it also spells horny, and he keeps repeating it.
I want to know if that's accurate or not, but
it's not.
It's not
because N and E are not anywhere near.
Yeah, that's when I hit it as well. See, this is why we need a game for intellectuals like us who spots the N and E dilemma.
Oh my god, this is going off the rails.
Okay, I think we should do another click. I think we should.
Yeah, I think we should click again.
Click.
Publishing.
Oh, fuck off. No. Fuck no. Click
what
again.
was it, Alex? Publishing?
Publishing. It sounds like Trevor got, I don't know. What did he get?
Liberal. So fuck that.
Same thing.
So my word is rendition.
Topping.
Publishing, rendition, topping. I'd love to hear from you guys because I feel like it'd be good if I could, play around with your ideas.
Okay.
Well, topping is obviously when you're topping someone in sexual intercourse.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
That's a definition of topping, yes.
Or you could go with chocolate topping. But then I don't want to get racial about it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. You're making me need to cut a fuckload of this out right now.
Making it difficult edit for
No, I think it's pretty good, actually. I like where your head's at.
Chocolate topping is something sexual as well.
That's a little bit beyond our
3, 2, 1 click. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. When I seem to take over, we seem to find really good ideas. And when you take over, we get chocolate topping.
This episode's already off the fucking rails.
Mine is
okay,
reflex.
that's a better word.
Oh, what was yours?
What was yours, Ben?
Siege,
Sheesh.
reflex, and inverse.
Inverse.
What's an inverse siege?
Yeah, that's what I was
when
thinking.
you've kicked everyone out of the castle, and
It's a day trip.
Just when you leave the castle and everything's fine. Yeah. And you have plenty of food.
I love it. They're like the knights are there, and they're like, let's do an inverse siege, and they go out for a picnic.
Yeah, and then what was yours, Trev? No, yours was inverse.
His was inverse. Mine was
yours was reflex.
Reflex. Okay.
So reflex is this is just a off the cuff decision that they're going to go out on a picnic.
If these knights are out on a day trip, what do they need to use their reflexes for? Are there things jumping out at them?
Yeah, fish, rabbits, other.
Right.
Maybe there's a bear coming to steal their picnic basket or something like that.
Their picnic basket, Trevor.
Picnic basket. Right. Yeah, sorry, I missed the middle I in there.
Yeah. So it's just a very wholesome. It's just these knights in full armor,
frolicking about
on a very wholesome picnic day trip.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, who do you?
Is
control?
it a game? Is it a game?
Yeah, well, because
I got called out for this earlier by myself.
Yeah, I think it is a game.
Okay,
it's multiplayer.
It's a multiplayer
game. Night.
Yes.
Oh, castle crashers.
And you get to frolic. You get to keep the picnic baskets safe from the bears in hats and ties.
Okay, so now we're getting something. Couch co-op.
Yeah.
Knights versus bears on a wholesome day trip, protecting picnic baskets.
Yeah.
Very bloody when you take those
extremely
bears
bloody
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say when the bears take the knights down.
Well, either way.
Because I'm on the bear side.
But what's the gameplay elements here? Because I'm picturing a Game & Watch. We just pressing buttons.
Yeah. The knights can be
We've got locked positions in a fully 3D game.
It's never been done. It's never been done. Although I think Game & Watch did have it, didn't it?
Everyone puts their finger on one button. You have to coordinate.
Multiplayer Game & Watch. I love it. I love where our head's at. Okay, proprietary system. We sell them as individual packaging. You open the box, one game on it, $60. Like the Playdate. We've seen a Playdate with the crank. We bought this on the Playdate.
Okay.
What the fuck's a Playdate?
How many? The Playdate has what? A D-pad, 2 buttons, and the crank.
And the crank. You can't forget the crank.
No, I mean it's the vital component of the console.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah.
You don't know what the Playdate
It
is?
just came out. It looks awesome. I want to get one actually.
They're crazy expensive. They're so much money.
Which is ridiculous, but I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know why, because it's not a huge,
Because of the crank.
The crank.
Yeah, because of the
cranks
crank.
are expensive. Well, and look, we've had a history recently of cranks on this podcast, so I think this works well. How do we do multiplayer on this thing? So it's one person on the crank.
Everybody's crowding around the one device.
Everyone's crowding around the one device. One person on the crank, one person on the D-pad, and then one on each.
No, 4 people on the D-pad.
That's
one person each on
D-pad. You're all trying to
Yeah.
your one finger on.
Because I think the bear has to have the crank.
So it's competitive now.
Oh, the cranker. We call them the cranker, obviously. I assume that's the vocabulary they want us to use.
Yeah.
And everyone else just gets one button. So it's
So you're versing the crank. It's like a Mario
6
Party.
on 1. Yeah.
Kind of like a
Because
Mario
it's
Party.
very Game & Watch-ish still. So
Yeah.
Oh, see,
You only
you're
need
giving
one
the
button.
bear some advantage because the crank has an analog positioning sort of thing. Like it's not. They're not fixed to the specific outlined positions like in Game & Watch.
Here's the thing. The cranker, to change that advantage, the cranker has to have their eyes closed.
and it's enforced.
Yeah, it's enforced.
There's
It's enforced by the game somehow.
Yeah.
In this new version of the Playdate that's going to be coming out.
No, it's a peripheral. You get like the old Game Boy like light things. It's like that, but it's like the 3DS screen. So from that angle of the cranker, you can't see the screen.
It's actually just an old Game Boy Light, but you have to shine it directly in the eyes of the cranker.
I was thinking that you actually have to have like a peripheral that you stick on your eyes, and it's got 2 cameras, and if it sees your pupils at all, it shoots lasers into them and blinds you permanently.
Well, Trevor, that's just ridiculous. Like, it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. We just need to shine a very bright light directly at them.
Yeah. Trevor!
But that'll learn them. That'll learn them.
Oh, Trevor. That's actually one.
Don't make us send you to Antarctica, Trevor.
That's actually 1 strike, Trevor. And I don't want to tell you what happens at 3 strikes, but let me tell you.
I'm ending this system, and we've added a new strike system for the podcast.
Except I'm in charge of the edit, so the strike system,
well,
like it never existed.
Unless we somehow work it into every single game from now on.
Yeah, speaking of, can we talk more about black topping? Because if we keep talking about it, you have to. It's embedded deep in the audio.
If we call back to black topping,
it was chocolate topping. Right into it.
Yeah. Okay. This is going on the Patreon only.
Shit.
When we have one.
Oh, this is the lost episode 284. Oh my god, 3 to 1 click.
Shriek is my word.
Shriek. Okay, I've got Nick.
Shriek, Nick, Bitter.
Ooh. Nick Bitter. Paranormal bartender.
Oh, paranormal investigator Nick Bitter. Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah. No, he's not an investigator. He's a paranormal bartender.
Oh, does he like lemon lime and bitters? Does he hate it because he doesn't actually like his last name?
No, he likes it. He uses it as like a pickup thing. He's like, "Can I get you a lemon?" And he just like points to himself.
So he's kind of sleazy.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So who could we get to play the lead character? Alex, are you available to to play
Yeah, I've been working on my sleaziness. Yeah, I've been doing that a lot.
Just out there practicing in public.
Yeah, I've been
Like,
like
just-
hiring out condos, I was going to say. What does it mean to be a sleazy person? I've been wearing like
Definitely something to do with condos.
condo, low V cut shirts with like a really heavy gold chain. I've been talking a lot.
It helps.
Just in general.
Well, it sounds like you're perfect for Nick Bitter, Paranormal Bartender.
Okay, so what makes Nick Bitter the paranormal bartender? Does he only serve ghosts?
No, he only serves spirits.
Oh, no, that's what we needed.
that's
That was the
really
missing
good.
piece.
That's really
Yeah.
good.
Oh.
That's really good.
Someone comes and asks him for beer. He's like, no, spirits only.
Which really upsets the patrons.
Or lemon lime bitters because he likes the sexual innuendo of him being able to,
Yeah, he gives that a pass.
yeah. Okay, so what does he do in his regular day-to-day job then? Like,
I mean, that's very
What's that
presumptuous of you that he can't make a living serving drinks.
no, I'm saying what does he do in his day-to-day job, which is as a paranormal bartender.
Okay, you're
Like,
saying like, what does his job look like? Well, I mean, presumably he talks to the ghosts as a bartender does. Listens to their stories.
there are actually ghosts as well as spirits.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's a double entendre.
Yeah.
It's got two meanings, just neither sexual.
No.
Oh, it's wordplay. Interesting.
I like the fact that it's wordplay. It's for intellectuals.
So he helps the ghosts move on by
okay,
helping them talk out their problems.
Does he serve regular like human people as well, or
Yes, and it gets very awkward
I've got the game.
Because
I've
they
got
can't
the
see
game.
them.
I
when
found
they
it.
both sit down in the same
oh,
seat.
I've got it.
Okay.
I've got the game.
I mean, I thought we had the game. It sounds like Alex has the game. So,
Oh no.
mute him.
Okay, so here it is. Here's the game. No, this is incorporating your ideas, okay?
Oh,
This
okay,
is, I'm not just going to steamroll. I love the guy, Nick Better or whatever his name is. Like, he's a cool chap. It's like Papers, Please, but for ghosts.
Okay. So you got me.
So you're the
You'll be there.
bartender, and, bartender's job is to talk with an individual and learn about their life story and get them through their life. So he's kind of the gatekeeper of heaven and hell, and he talks to these spirits, and they're about to move on or what have you, and you have to decide whether they're a good or bad person.
Oh, so like the sort of approve or deny of Papers, Please.
Yes.
They either the light comes down or the red light comes up from underneath.
It's called
and
St. Peter's, Please.
But here's the gameplay mechanic, and as I'm thinking about this, it sounds really cool, and TM, don't steal this. Like, this is mine now.
Alex, it's like the hamburger burger for game ideas.
That's what they call me. So here it is, and don't tell them about this. Like if EA starts knocking on your door and they're like, Alex, like, where's Alex? What's going on? Just don't.
Alex who?
Alex who? So here's
Is that based off of the Guess Who property as well?
Oh shit, Hasbro's on our ass.
Yeah.
Hasbro.
Oh, fuck. Now Hasbro's knocking at the door as well as EA.
Look, the more we talk and
just
interrupt the great idea, the more I forget what it is.
Okay, we won't tell EA.
Let
Hasbro.
me remember real quick. Can we have a few seconds of silence? I've got it. Okay.
As we're talking.
It's Papers, Please, but for heaven and hell. And not exactly like Fable. It's a different mechanic. And you're going to love this. Have I said you're going to love it? So as you screw up and you make mistakes, what becomes right and wrong bends. Because you're admitting more people into hell and heaven, so the moral scales are shifting. So if you make more mistakes, what becomes, right can shift more towards the other way.
Sinflation.
Exactly.
Sinflation.
So things that were previously morally ambiguous start to lean a certain way, and you have to keep track of that change.
Sinflation. I really like that. That's
the name of the game.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the name of the episode as well.
Sinflation.
Yeah.
Sinflation. The Nick Bitter dilemma.
I like how close it is to, and feel free to keep this in the episode and don't edit it out. Inflation porn.
Like the whole pumping up a body until it.
Yeah, I just think
Until you
that's
can
interesting.
So when these people come to you and you're sort of learning about their life story, deciding which direction they should go in, you're serving them drinks.
Your drinks are flowing.
So you're saying you have to keep track of this sort of.
I think you're trying to wean information out of them, maybe, as you're serving drinks.
Right. Okay. So so it could be a little bit of the Red Strings Club, which had a mechanic where you had to sort of serve them the right type of drink that would evoke a particular emotion and tend them towards revealing something in that direction.
A bit of an LA noir, as it were.
Except in that you can just keep on saying, you can just hit or, trying to think of what button it was. It was like, you're unsure, you're angry towards them, accusative.
Yeah, you click the
you're evil!
You'd click the I'm unsure about this button, and he'd go, fuck you, you're going to jail.
He just swung for the fences both ways.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that game? We good with that?
I like it.
Cool.
Because I can imagine the colors gradually changing from the heaven light. It's no longer bright white. There's it's getting a bit green up there because you put all the envious people up there. So they're green with envy.
Yeah, I like you could really do some fun aesthetic stuff actually, because you could have the staircase going upward and you can just sort of see the bright white yellow light coming down from it. The stairs in the other direction with the sort of red, red coming up. But it could make it look really like a dingy old bar, but with these sort of subtle little things. In fact, let's not even tell them that it's heaven and hell the first few times.
Players or the spirits?
Should I go?
Yeah, do you want a room upstairs or do you want to go down to the cellar? Yeah. We trick them. Yeah. Like an Undertale thing. You don't even know you don't have to kill them. Spoilers for all those people who didn't play an 8-year-old game.
And then when some people start going, no, I don't want to go downstairs. I want to go upstairs. And it's like, well,
I think you belong
the only door
downstairs.
that's open is downstairs. Upstairs is full.
Yeah, at capacity.
There's no room at the inn. You've got to go to the stable.
That's an interesting implication.
Yeah. Jesus did go to hell.
Yeah, he was born in hell.
Yeah.
He was actually the
Antichrist.
And
well, we've just redefined Christianity, so I think 3, 2, 1, click. All in a day's work. Fluke.
Clone.
Gentleman. Sorry, gentleman.
Fluke.
Singular.
Clone gentleman.
Fluke clone gentleman.
Okay, it was a fluke that this gentleman got cloned, right?
Yeah. It doesn't happen to everyone.
It doesn't happen to everyone. I mean, all they were trying to do was use their new teleporting machine and outwalk 2 people.
Okay. I mean,
and I'm thinking. You guys talk, I'll think, and I'll interrupt when I got the idea.
Perfect.
Okay.
You go.
So, gentleman gives me a very, because I'm feeling like the
he's
prestige.
Dapper. He's dapper.
Like a prestige kind of feel to it.
Yeah, 3-piece suit.
Yeah.
Hat,
top hat.
Cane. Yeah, I definitely got the cane. He's got to have the cane because that's a gentleman.
Are his clothes cloned, or does the very dapper gentleman come out the other side, and then a very naked dapper gentleman comes out of the other door?
I think the clothes are cloned because I think this is a world that has teleporting technology. It's just for some reason out of this teleporter walks 2 people. It's it's a buffer overrun.
Almost
sort of
not quite a steampunk, but like a.
I've got the game.
Retro feature.
Just ignore him. He may go away. Just ignore him and he might go away.
Trevor, it does sound like he's got the game though. He might actually have
I
got
think
the
I got the
game.
game. I got the game. And it's informed by your contributions, of course. You'll get a special mentions in the credits. Like, it's not like it's all me. Obviously, it's not. It takes a village to make a video game. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Resident Evil, yes, of course. We're not going to skip past that. It was very clever, Ben.
No, okay.
It was a different thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I feel really bad about saying that. So now I feel like a piece of shit. And, yeah, but that's cool. Right before the big pitch as well. It's like I'm about to stand up and give my whole spiel. And you made me feel like shit, so I don't know if I want to give it anymore. And maybe you should feel bad about me when I give this pitch and maybe give me some leeway, as it maybe isn't as good as the others. So it's a fluke that this gentleman was cloned, and the clone receptacle is a little bit smaller than the first one. So each time you get cloned, you're a little bit smaller. And it's a platforming puzzle game, and as you play through the game, each time you die and you're recloned, you're a little bit smaller. So the game gets harder for you.
Until you're fucking microscopic.
Yeah.
Okay. I like some of that. I like the getting smaller bit. This feels to me like it almost is like the Prestige in a way, because you can clone yourself in any particular room. It's almost like a platformer. But you will come out either smaller or larger, depending on the size of the other teleporter, but your original one is still there, and then you're controlling both at once while your clone is active. But then the way it's like the Prestige is that at opportune times you just kill your clone and
or
continue
yourself.
on. Or yourself and continue on as you clone. So it's a bit like this. I think there was a game, The Swapper, that did something similar.
Oh. Yeah, I have played the Swapper. I think I just stole the Swapper.
But we're adding the Biggs and Small thing.
Biggs and Smalls.
Biggs and Smalls. Jason Biggs and Danny Smalls?
What a good pull.
Is Danny Smalls a person? I don't know.
Danny Smalls? Of Brunswick. I love that guy.
Yeah, that was the comparison I was making. Movie star Jason Biggs and local man Danny Smalls.
Not local man, local hero. He's a living legend. He pulled that deer out of the river.
And that's why we will honour him in this game.
Tune in to Alex's new show, One Last Late Night Talk Show, where Danny Smalls is the guest.
Oh, God.
To be there.
That's a pretty good setup for a character.
Okay. No one actually knows about this show yet, so maybe I won't keep that in, but I think I know my character for the episode that we're playing later on tonight. So
it's all right. No one listens to our show,
Smalls.
so it's fine. Yeah. Secret safe with us.
Yeah, I do a lot of my promotion in like the dark dealings, the back alleys of the podcasting world.
Yeah.
Well, this is the perfect place because
we're the deep web of podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appeared on Natalie's eyebrow tips last night. It's a small YouTube channel. It gets about 8 views every episode.
Perfect.
That's pretty good. She's
7 more than we do.
I was sitting beside her, kind of saying like, "You're doing a good job, Natalie. Check out my show."
How did her tips end up?
Honestly, pretty bad. She kind of fucked up her brows, but I didn't want to say anything because I was a guest.
But just the tips of her brows.
Which is kind of funny because you've actually said to us tonight that we've been fucking up your ideas left, right, and center.
That's weird because I'm usually like a really nice present who doesn't like nice presence who doesn't like steamroll 3, 2, 1 click. Someone's Wade, like the Wilson, or the water.
Forge.
Axe.
Those are 3 words.
Yes, they are.
I'm sure we can all picturing the game right now that they make Seve Trevor.
No, because in fact, I take offense at that. The fact that you would use those
that wasn't
words.
labelist of me.
Yeah,
for Trevor's Fantasia. So, imagining the game.
Yeah,
I'm sure
I'll
our
let it
audience
slide.
is imagining the game. that these three words make: axe, forge, wade.
I'm
Don't
thinking.
interrupt them, Trevor. They're imagining. Just give them a sec.
Crazy rude.
Okay.
And that was another strike, wasn't it? Sorry.
That was the second strike, Trevor.
He called it himself. Oof.
I know.
I got a feeling and you guys had forgotten about it. I needed a callback to something that I've already cut out.
It's going to be weird when we're talking about a third strike and nothing has been set up for it.
I'm actually, I can see right now because I got my eyes open. I'm imagining the forge is in a river.
Okay.
Mm.
And in order to get over there to forge axes, you got to wade through the water.
Okay, he's gotten all the words in, so I think he's done.
I think that's it.
No,
I think he's done.
I've still got a game to go.
What?
So,
what is he doing? He's breaking all the rules.
our character, whose name is Wade.
His
name is Wade, and he wades through water to get to the forge to make axes. Got axed from his job, and so he's got to forge ahead and.
Trevor, let me ask you a question about this, though.
I use it like Futurama does.
Yes.
If you're wading into the water and the water's coming through the water, is this because we're using this water to like douse the axes after?
Yeah, it's a wet forge. It's how you make the best axes. I thought you'd know this, Ben.
Well, I haven't been showing
being
up to my
being
axe
a blacksmith aficionado like you are.
I am a blacksmith aficionado. It's a hobby of mine. But we haven't got to that section of the curriculum yet. So tell me more about wet forges.
So wet forges are
Sounds
very
dirty.
wet, and it's where you can forge axes. They're in the middle of the river, and you heat it up to incredible heat. So the steam helps drive like the turbine that you need.
The steam.
Yeah.
So is this like a building? Is this like a base building, automation building kind of game?
Yeah.
And the balance of it is that you're like, you need to keep the water cold enough for drinking and then hot enough for forging axes. Is that your idea, Trev?
Yeah, and then in between you have to get it just the right temperature for a bath.
Well,
Yeah.
if it's too hot, then it burns your legs, and because you're standing right next to the forge. But if it's not hot enough, then there's no steam to make the turbine turn. So there's a spinning plates. You if you go too hot, then your character dies a really horrible, painful death.
So we're doing ceramics too. So you also have to have a kiln to make the plates to spin.
Get out of the kiln.
But just stay out of the kiln. Auntie don't know. I had to make sure they knew we weren't ripping it off.
A 3-to-1 click. There was no game there.
Yeah, I didn't want to call you out, but
You didn't come in with your idea there, Alex, going, I've got
I
the
was
game,
trying
I've got the game,
to show you what the show's like when I'm not here.
It is very different.
Interaction.
Decoder.
Monochrome.
Ooh, so this is a game set in like the 1940s where they're trying to
Before colour was invented.
Yeah.
Well,
What was your word, Trev?
interaction.
Oh.
So I like the idea of, this is a period piece set in like the dying stages of the war where you're trying to crack the code.
Yeah, so a very Da Vinci Code-esque.
Yeah, in order to stop the Nazis, they have to crack the code. This is in sort of like a Wolfenstein-esque thing where it looked like Hitler was going to win the war and all this sort of stuff. But
is it an escape room kind of game? Like that kind of goes well with the puzzle.
Keep talking,
aspect.
Trev. Keep going. I do have it, but you keep going because I don't want to steamroll. So you say your thing, and then I'll tell you what it is.
yeah, okay. So I like the idea of it being a period piece with this nice black and white filter over everything.
I gotta jump in. It's killing me. It's killing me.
Alex, you seem to have an idea.
Yeah, I do. I have it. So I love everything you're saying. I like even Ben's contributions as well. They weren't as significant as yours, obviously. But, it's every little piece makes the wall.
Well, Ben, I think that's a strike against you right now.
That's going a bit far. We've got performance level strikes now, not just from penalties. Is that...
I'm getting striked for what? For saying my piece?
No. Ben's getting a strike against him for not contributing enough. Because that's what happened to me in the last one.
That's fair.
Fine.
Immediately I was about to go off if you gave me a strike for anything, but it's fair if Ben gets one for doing something. I don't care.
I'll
okay, go Alex.
Given.
Okay. And I definitely haven't forgotten the idea.
Monochrome, interaction.
Monochrome,
decode.
detective. Yeah, it's a detective thing, but finding the clues, you have to be the Blob. Have you played the game The Blob? We have the colour in the town.
Back to the Nintendo thing. We're going to get sued again.
No, it's just referring to it. That's okay. We'll be all right.
Yeah, no, it's pretty heavily the Blob. You can use the guy. We're going to use the Blob. And so you colour in the clues.
But it's in black and white, so you can't tell the shades.
No, it's like everything's all black and white or sepia tones or whatever you want. And you come in and
as you solve a puzzle, the color comes back into the world and guides you towards the next. Like, where the next clue is because you follow where it's still monochrome.
The color reveals more about the crime scenes that you've been interacting with. And then so eventually what happens, and this is the spoilers for this game we haven't made yet. The spoilers. So really cover your ears, cup your ears, firstly,
first cup
your
That's just making
ears.
it worse because I've got headphones on and I'm pushing it closer to my
Cup your child's ears first of all because they can't access their own ears. So do that for them first, then cup your own ears.
No, that's pretty, I think...
Covering my imaginary son's ears.
Cover your own ears first before you do...
Oh, yeah, that is plain rules. So you're supposed to do that. Make sure... But now my hands are on my own ears. I can't... Maybe elbows.
I can't hear where my child is to cup their ears.
They run very fast.
Exactly. So, I was about to give you the spoiler. Yeah, so the spoilers are, here's the big spoiler.
Oh, hang on. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you for cupping. So the first trial, this is just Danganronpa V3. So the spoilers for that game, I guess.
I haven't played
it.
So
the first big reveal happens at the end of that. And then we have a bunch of different cases. And the last one, as there's more color, it's in the place where the first one happened. Ooh. And the extra color makes you realize you got the first trial wrong.
It's like that was blood on the ground, not feces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You thought it was just where
huge
the horse
revelation
had been standing. But it actually left a big pile of blood. Heaping, stinking pile of blood there.
Yeah.
Viscera.
And this has got to do with the war and being a period piece and
Yeah.
So
the crimes that you're investigating are war crimes?
I mean, think of it like Schindler's List, right? We have the red dress.
Yep.
It's just like that.
Except it's the blob
big steaming
and
pile
it's
viscera that's red.
So anyway, back to my game. So my game, it's set in the closing stages of the war, and by the way, Alex, that's a strike against you because you've used too many real properties.
Don't piss him off, dude. You know what happened last time?
Yeah, he went psycho and ruined the Antarctic office.
Here's what I'll do. Here's my threat. Here's my real threat is we make a lot of jokes about maybe getting sued by different companies, but nobody really has the audacity. Shout out to Audacity recording software. Delightful. Nobody really has it to contact one of these companies and shut this production down. And right now I've referenced a lot of different productions that are too many for you to edit out. And if you strike me, I'll contact Nintendo and tell them about this episode, and they'll strike you.
That'll be my third strike. I don't want my third strike.
You don't. So how about we all... Oh, slow clapping, Ben.
Oh no, was that CEO of Nintendo, Doug Bowser?
Doug Bowser's stepping up from the shadows.
No, it's me because I don't believe we've actually referenced any Nintendo properties. The Blob, I think you'll find. You might be mixing it up with Splatoon,
Oh, maybe.
which is a Nintendo company.
No, a Game & Watch we did before, but still.
We did Game & Watch,
Touche.
but we did make a Playdate.
We did switch it to Playdate, though. That's true.
Yeah, true.
We did. We've been dodging the Nintendo authorities pretty
Why do I think...
decisively.
the Blob was like Xbox, so fuck.
They might
Well,
send
at least put the
I had it on the Wii.
Oh. Jacques.
Look, Trev, you had an idea you were going to say, and then I steamrolled you from even getting to have an opinion about your own podcast, which is interesting.
Dear listener, if you've made it this far through the episode, applaud. Applause for you.
Fender, like the bender.
Copperhead.
Fridge. So
sorry,
I'm just
blender?
wondering.
Fender, like the blender. No, like the bend. Sorry, like a fender bender.
Oh, Fender.
But it's just the fender. It's just the fender.
Fender and Fridge and Copperhead. I feel like Copperhead is like the name of a villain.
Well, I was thinking, is Copperhead like a misnomer for like a Duracell, which is, you know, the copper top battery?
Can it be both? It's the Duracell bunny gone bad.
Ooh.
Oh.
The dark side. It's when he finally ran out of juice.
But he like plugged himself into like an AC power supply and realized that, you know, AC is so much better than DC.
Someone changed his batteries and they put in a battery that had been corroded, and it really affected his personality.
What color is he now? Because obviously he can't be pink anymore.
Can't be.
I mean, I think he's lost most of his fur.
Except for the top, which is now turned to, you know, a dark
Like
reddy brown.
his head.
You know, that's why he's Copperhead now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And in fact, his colors resemble the Duracell colors,
Yeah.
but made from
Black is his
grime.
heart and, you know.
that black-hearted bunny with the symbols.
Yeah, what is he wearing?
I mean, was he ever wearing?
He was previously wearing fur. I think you just see.
No, it's like a tracksuit thing, doesn't he? Like a shirt and pants.
Maybe in some. Maybe.
Maybe he's just wearing a Hawaiian shirt. Like, he's just wearing a Hawaiian shirt and he's got like the black, like the really, black cold skin. Like, I don't know, he's burnt to a crisp or something like that.
I mean, the battery acid has. Yeah,
Corroded.
has corroded him and sort of torn. There's stuffing coming out of him in places.
Yeah. Is he black because he got dipped in black paint then?
That's part of his origin story, in the same way that like the Joker falls into a vat of acid or chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
He put in the corroded batteries. They kind of overpowered, like they powered him up too much, because that's how that works. And he went into a thing of black paint, and then he was like, "Well, guess I'm a villain now."
Yeah,
just from the color scheme.
Yeah.
Is this lore something that we set up in the opening cutscene, or is this like a comic you have to read before you start the game?
No, it's a comic included in the box.
Series.
Sure.
If you get the big box, you know, the big box version that we're selling now on Kickstarter, you get the comic included for free. But if not, then you got to download like a pirated PDF of it. And
we'll sell the PDF extra on Steam.
Yeah,
like
but unfortunately, it's still that dodgy. It's that dodgy like scan that someone did of all the comic pages, and some of them are upside down, and one of them is torn, and one's got a very suspicious
we built
page.
that into the PDF just to add mystique to the whole
Yeah,
thing.
a suspicious stain on the page.
The origin comic of Copperhead. So who does Copperhead fight? Does Energizer have a mascot?
I mean, yeah, Energizer just has like the.
He fights fucking what's his name? Was he a
I can't remember.
Do you not get this reference, Alex?
No, I have no
You're too
idea.
young?
I have no idea. I'm too young.
Energizer Oi.
I thought Energizer had a battery.
Jacko Jackson.
Yeah.
Australian footballer.
All right, I'll look it up.
Fucking
Mark Jackson.
Jacko Jackson. He's now 62 years old. But it's current day. Oh, apparently he had a singing career. Oh, I'm an individual. I remember that.
Do you know what was just running through my fucking head? I'm an individual. I don't know why it was running through my head.
You know why. It's his song. Jackson versus the Duracell Bunny Copperhead version. I mean, I was going to say, can we go that deep a cut? But what the fuck?
I think we have to.
Mark Jacob Jackson reminds me very much of like a Stretch Armstrong in his sort of
yes.
Got the blonde hair and kind of built
the bleach
blonde,
blonde hair. Like it's so like blonde that it's just not funny.
Yeah. So maybe his powers are like stretchy, like Stretch Armstrong,
like Stretch Armstrong
in a way.
Yeah. So he fell into the same vat of acid, and it gave him stretchy powers, kind of like a Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like you guys haven't enjoyed my contributions, so you're like, let's just reference a lot of things from before he was born and get him, like, make him feel alienated. We're like, there's an old Energizer mascot, it's not a battery.
Oh, do you remember that Alienated from like 1983?
Yeah, that was really cool.
You might be a bit young for this, Alex.
Yeah, like I don't even know. You're like, oh, we'll talk about the Joker, that comic from the 1940s. Like, I don't even know who you're talking about.
What about Mork and Mindy? Mork and Mindy. That was a really good TV show from the early 80s with Robin Williams and whoever played Mindy. I can't remember who the fuck that was.
Mindy Morkinson.
Happy Days. Have you heard of Happy Days before?
I know Happy Days.
Happy Days. Mork and Mindy was a spin-off of Happy Days.
I know. Okay.
And that episode happened like 16 episodes after Fonzie jumped the shark.
So are we saying that Copperhead also fights Mork and the Fonz?
Yes. And the shark.
Well, no, the shark's on his side. He rides the shark.
Yeah, he rides the shark, yeah. But Fonz still rides the motorcycle, yeah.
So it's like a brawler? It's like one of those scrolling brawlers?
Oh, like a
classic beat-em-up.
A classic, like, 1980s Double Dragon beat-em-up, yeah.
Because then you got one of those levels where you're riding the shark like it's a water level, but it's one of the things like where you jump and move like forward and back.
It doesn't matter how far you move, the shark just
the shark's always underneath you. Okay, yeah. And then the boss fights are with Mark Jackson and his stretchy powers, and you like defeat him nearly all the way, and then he runs off.
No, but he's the good guy. He was the good guy against the Duracell. Unless we're playing Duracell Bunny now.
We're playing the Duracell Bunny, yeah.
Oh,
with
so
the bad one.
It's sort of a underdog,
a heel turn.
Yeah,
cool. So we get to fight the Fonz.
Oh yeah, that's on the box.
Hey, oi! Hey,
that's on the box. Oi. Yeah. The box is a really bloodied up Fonz getting down the ground.
The whole box, but yeah, what we were talking about, the big box thing. It's
like a shot from Barry of Henry Winkler on the ground, blood coming out of his mouth. Yeah,
and then like a really bad Robin Williams impersonator comes in and goes nano, and that's the end of this.
Yeah,
part. Yeah,
this part. 3, 2, 1 click.
3 to 1 click. Popping.
Speed.
Bathtub.
What did you say there, Alex? Because, Ben, I might have to give you another strike. You coughed right over the top of Alex's word.
We're on separate tracks, Trevor. Just cut it out.
Now he's referenced the cough.
Yeah, that's true.
So now we have to keep the cough.
Or we can just all say our words again.
Popping.
Speed.
Bathtub.
Okay, so our character is popping speed in the bathtub. That's just like
popping speed, but that's not a game. That's not a game.
It's not a game. Can we talk about the coughing thing? I feel like we're moving on from it. I feel like it was pointed, but I do feel like Ben's going to feel really bad because he's got a cough on the track now, and nobody wants to cough on the track because it's revealing about who you are and how you cough, which is personal. So I feel like both of us. Me, Trev, you and I should probably do a cough. Not performative, a real cough. Just so that we all equals on this podcast.
Each get a
so in other words,
so we can just like cut it in. Where
if I feel the cough come along, I'll say everyone stop. We get a good cough out and then away we go. Just
I think we just do it right now.
You said not performative. I can't cough on command.
Oh, you're not just holding back coughs all the time because you're slowly decaying into nothing?
No, I think that's just
like I'm falling apart at the seams over here.
Oh, your arm just fell off.
Yeah, I'm like the opposite of that stretch guy you guys referenced that I have no idea about. Like, watch, this is me, not performative, this is me letting it out, okay?
Okay, go.
Oh, you did let it out. You let something out. That was disgusting.
Oh, that's like a real... I feel alive.
You feel cleared out.
I feel alive. I feel good. I feel good.
I don't think the bile that was coming out of your mouth during that is normal.
That was
I think you should see a doctor.
Pitch black.
Yeah.
The bile?
Yeah.
Or my vision, because my vision was pitch black. I don't know how you knew that.
No, at the same time, you sort of had dripping bile.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So when I cough, I usually disassociate, so I don't know what's going on.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
I think this is the last game. I think we're just coming up on time, so
yep, we're
so we should talk about the cough a little bit more.
Hang on.
Here we go.
Oh,
He's got it.
Oh, that was a big one. That was absolutely fucking horrible. I've been holding that back for 2 seconds.
what was it? 2 weeks?
2 seconds.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, yeah.
I'm mad, but in the interest of the show, I will happily move on.
Yes. Popping
My
speed
word
in
was
the
speed.
bathtub.
Popping bathtub.
Is this
What's a game?
Is this like you're floating in a bathtub on the ocean, and you have like a supply of pop rocks, and that's kind of how you have to propel yourself and get up to speed. Perhaps other candies are involved.
So my question is, do pop rocks get activated by water, or is it just saliva? The ocean. It's an ocean of saliva, so it's the moot point. Okay, so it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we knew that.
I mean, there are a lot of fish in the ocean. I mean, it's got to be mostly saliva. By now.
It's got to be,
probably
90-something% saliva.
Yeah,
and they keep their mouths open, like they have like
the rest
open
is
mouths.
pee and poo poo.
Yeah,
Trevor, can we be civil here for a second? We're talking about a video game about drool in the ocean, and you have to bring in this filth.
3, 2, 1, click. Jesus fucking Christ! Can we get something? Can we get a game, please?
All right, I've got a good one. This is going to be a good
Okay.
setting for a game. Dormitory.
Ooh,
Okay.
vocabulary.
Okay.
Ooh. So I'm immediately like imagining that it's this dormitory is kind of run down a little bit. The wiring's gone a little bit on the fritz, and it's all about the vocabulary that this student actually says when he goes to turn on the lights every single time. It goes, you know, and it's just
I've got the
Yes, Alex.
Do you have more to say, or can I tell you what it is?
You can
Spit
go.
it out. Oh, but that was the last game. Tell us.
Okay, and you're gonna say, Alex, you're pulling on too many license threads, as you always do. But look, everybody loves Harry Potter. Nobody's mad about the brand or anything.
No.
I know.
Let's hear it out. And
Let's hear
we'll
it.
say.
Let's hear it. Okay. J.K. Rowling production. No. Okay.
You're on thin ice.
It's like a magical school, but instead of magic, it's electricians. And they're learning how to be electricians and to be tradesmen and whatnot. And so it's the structures of like those Harry Potter games where you're like learning spells and fighting things and all that. And the fights are done through one of those typing game things. We have to like type the word.
Okay.
You have to type
So
like
as-
voltage and...
Amps. and
Words don't have to be
multimeter.
because you're going to run out of words very quickly.
wires.
Like, that's not going to work.
light switch.
Okay,
I mean,
actually,
there are a lot of things powered by electricity.
I think it could be this because you guys have
Toaster.
spin them off like really quickly. So yeah, okay.
Fridge.
Fridge. That's good.
Refrigerator.
Ben,
What's that meter? Like a volt, like a meter.
like a
The
meter.
multimeter, like I said before.
No. Like your power,
Ooh.
like your meter outside that measures your
Oh.
electrical usage.
Oh. Switch.
Fuse box.
Tariff.
Safety
It's
switch.
also around like reading. It's like around
Tariff.
the working for the actual companies.
Telstra. No. That's like a horrible word.
Renewable. Ooh, now we're getting political.
Solar.
Ooh.
Turbine. This is
Coal.
the
I like
rest of
solar.
the episode. It's just us.
Just throw off on my math a little bit by saying the C word.
So I think we got it.
We got it in the bag. The rest
Like, I don't
writes
know.
itself. I want to go deeper into this because who are the characters? Who are the characters that you play as? Who's the shitty one who you hate? Are they an electrician or are they like from a different trade?
They're plumbers.
Plumbers.
Oh, it's the four houses like from Harry Potter. So you have electricians, plumbers,
Carpenters.
carpenters,
Roof
Bricklayers. That'll
tilers.
No.
Roof tilers?
Ooh.
brickies,
Painters.
plasterers.
Oh, plasterers.
Yes.
Like a plasterer.
Do like a
Yes.
good plaster. So our hero is obviously an electrician because they're
Yeah.
Yes.
And his best
The most
friend is a plasterer.
Oh, okay. So we're crossing those boundaries already. But
Oh,
the
wow.
evil house is the plumbers.
Yes.
Obviously.
And,
mean, they deal with all that
their
plumbers.
mascot is just the crack.
The
Like the
Kraken.
plumber's crack.
Oh, the crack.
No. Yeah, the crack.
But the Kraken is their like mascot
That's their symbol.
symbol.
Yeah, except if he turns around, his pants are down a little bit low and you can just
It's
see
the Kraken with plumber's crack. Yeah.
Yeah, and it reads too. It's not clunky and hard to like discern what they're trying to show you.
That this
Like in an
squid-like
emblem?
creature has a pair of cheeks.
In an emblem that's all one solid color, you can tell.
It's very good design work by our design team. What's the electrician's like a kookaburra because of
Sparky.
like cities jumping up and down on the electric wire?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I like that. What
Sure,
about
look,
what
I'm
about the
listening to
carpenters?
It's the
Termite.
Woodpecker.
the Holy Grail of Jesus.
Yeah, they're very religious.
They're very religious, the carpenters. They have a crucifix.
I mean, yeah, built out of wood.
And what about the plasterers? What do the plasterers have?
It's just like a trowel. Don't they use use a trowel, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mind went to like the iron Monopoly piece. But it is a
Yeah.
We could give them a Monopoly piece.
They could have the top hat. Classy.
Like everybody chooses one
classy,
Monopoly
yeah.
piece as their symbol. That could be fun.
Hasbro is already after us.
But,
Do we need Parker Brothers as well?
but still the plumbers ended up with a
I
Kraken.
think they're the same company now.
They literally just made a tiny little piece of
They have to keep the Kraken.
Monopoly piece themselves.
Yeah, we can't
They
take
have to
the
keep,
Kraken
they have to
away
keep the
from
Kraken.
them.
They have to keep the Kraken.
with the plumber's crack. Okay.
So your best friend's a
Plasterer.
plasterer, did
Yep.
you say? Yeah, best friend's a plasterer. His name is, I don't know, Ron Weasley. And
John
I guess
Weasley.
John Weasley.
John Weasley. We take out the name. That's the one we should probably change. We should probably change Weasley, but we changed Ron.
Okay, John Beasley. There we go.
John Beasley.
Wait,
Kim Beasley.
This might be another reference. That's yeah.
Okay, so John Weasley is your best friend. Your name is Larry
Zappa. Frank
Trotter?
Zappa's
Larry Zappa's good. I like that.
Zappa's-
Larry Zappa is pretty cool.
great nephew.
And actually, if you think about it, the lightning bolt makes more sense for our property. If we think about it.
In fact, maybe they ripped us off.
I think so. I think retroactively they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be an electrician the whole time.
and there's a dating element, I want to say. There's a dating element.
Yeah. I'm kind of imagining that we could definitely have, sort of, they're all addicted to this, like, cookie clicker-like game. And as you're playing the game, within the game, you're generating lots of crypto.
Oh, yeah, I love it. It's hot.
What was the next game that you did so we can call them all back?
There's a shrink one. There's a shrink one, Ben. Incorporate the shrink one. You shrink down when you clone.
No, I'm not doing that.
Ben, that's a strike for not incorporating.
I will take this strike to avoid having to try to
remember every single game that we've done
into this game. But I do like where we ended
Tower
up
defense.
on that. I do like where we ended up on that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So we start pre-production.
That's the end of.
So we get like design, we hire artists. We probably get like some initial concept designs.
Well, we'll just start with the
if you-
Kraken logo. As long as we can nail the Kraken logo, the rest will come from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get that incorporated. We probably should hire like some people to really like work from the ground up. I say like when we start the company, we probably need just like a few people and we can build from there because we don't know how big this thing's going to be.
We should probably also run this through with the Pope. I believe you had his number there, Alex. If you could just run this through with the Pope and make sure that he's fine with like the Holy Grail being the
Yeah, we're trying to
mascot.
set up like a papal state whole deal.
Yep.
So yeah, we should be good. We should be pretty good to go.
Yeah, their video game production company is really like the
I think
publishing arm of
if you spend some
the
time
Vatican.
just researching this,
yeah, actually,
we've
can
decided
you
that
be
we're
a point man on this, Alex? Like, if we just let you run with it, we'll check.
Oh, you're
back-
saying like I should go live in the Vatican? Is
Yes.
that what
I mean,
you're
that would
trying to
probably
say?
be the most. That would make most sense.
yeah, then
can
you'd be
run it from
right
there.
there, so you can just keep on asking them questions because obviously the carpenters are such a integral part of this property. And this is
You're
the
saying
game
the
that we're
Pope's
going to
standing
make out
there.
of this episode, like we
The
always
Pope
do.
will be standing there, arms out, talking to the people, and I'll be tapping his shoulder like, what do you think of this
Yeah,
design?
we've got a new build.
Yeah, that
for
sounds
you
great.
That you need you to test.
Build.
Can we get your sign off on this copy for the marketing materials? Pope.
So if you go live in the Vatican for a little bit,
Okay.
like we're probably not going to continue the podcast after you leave. We're going to continue the podcast. Don't worry, Ben. So
Where'd
anyway,
they go?
No, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you're going to be our front man, our point man on this. We'll get this game done. It should, most game development, if it works at like 3-4 years.
yeah, something
As long
like
as we
that.
don't get into like a Duke Nukem Forever situation, you'll be back pretty soon and we'll have the game and we'll be able to sell it.
Yeah, and make lots of money
Yeah.
because
Okay, you're all nodding as you're saying these things, so I assume it's all good news.
it's all good news.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are winking at each other, which I assume it means that you're both just having a good time and
We're just
enjoying
excited.
each
Oh, we
other's
love it.
company.
This
We're
game
so excited.
It's going to change the world. So
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
okay.
about all.
And I see
that's
you got
about
my
all we have
suitcase
time
all
for
packed
tonight. So Ben, would you like to rattle off what you normally rattle
yeah,
off?
if you'd like to find us online, go to podchaser.com/bitstorm. I said that really fast. Podchaser.com/bitstorm. Leave us a review on this episode, any of our previous episodes. Let us know what you thought.
Yes, and if you like the music that we play in the start and end of each episode, that is the song Amount Defiance of the album Containment Failure by the band Dust.
And before
Alex,
you head off to the Vatican, Alex, do you want to tell people where they can find your stuff?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'd like to add on to what Ben said there. So, go to Podchaser, seek out the show. But I'd like to just amend that and say probably don't review this one. I feel like I don't want to deal with that negativity. So don't review this one. Listen to another episode.
reviewed
review that
last
one.
week's episode with Jim Fishwick.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Oh, cool. So I'm following a different guest. That's nice to know. Okay, cool.
See, Jim actually brought us a whole heap of games for us to play. And what did you bring? You brought the strike system, interrupting with "I've got the game," and a lot of laughs. So
Actually, yeah, you are right. My episode was pretty good.
Review this one.
Yeah, do review this episode. I think it was pretty good. If you'd like to check out any of my other things, go to bigtallboys.com. You'll find links to episodes of things. You'll find links to social media. You'll find, I think that's about it. Yeah, I'm going to actually end my plug right there. Kind of at a hard stop.
Perfect.
Go to bigtallboys.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome.
All right, so thank you again for joining us this week on Bitstorm. I'm Ben Slater.
I'm Trevor Scott.
I'm Alexander Krause.
And finish on a thing.
Oi. No.
No, we'll get sued.